Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. It's G from Happiness and Crafting. Now I made these the other day. I'm not quite sure, I think the video may have gone on yesterday. And I'm loving them. They're just made out of the scrap paper, really simple. So I will link the video down below, but I'm just making some little sort of journal cards. Now these are sort of like made from index cards, and these are just bits of card that I got, which I have coffee stained, and they're from the stationery shop as well, so they're really lovely. So just bits of cards, so you can always cut up bits of cards that you've coffee stained as well. So really simple. I've just embellishing these cards, and I've just sewn around the outside. Super simple. I'm going to be putting them in our little paper bag journal. Now I've got this sort of pocket that I did. I've got a big pocket there, and I've just sort of like folded these pieces over there. So these two, which I have already done, I think that one can go in there like that, and that one can just sort of like slot in. So I wanted to make a couple more just to go in here, and then maybe I will do something on here. So gradually just adding into this, which is nice. So really nice easy one today. So all I'm going to do, take my pieces like this. Let's have a look. I do like this one. This is made with some of my jelly print paper. So I'm just going to just stick that on the top, and I will actually sew around it. So I'm just going to stick it on just with a little bit of glue stick like that. Pop that on. And I just think they look really nice, and it's a nice way to use up your scrap paper. So I will pop the video how I made them, but they're pretty simple. It's just layering up bits of scrap paper, and then I've sewn on here, so I can probably see better on the back, where I've just done some different sort of stitching on there, which you can see on the front, and I just think it looks really nice. So look at that, super simple. And then I'm just going to go around there with the sewing machine. So really easy. So let's have some different ones. What's on this one? Shall we just stick that one on the top? So I just wanted another two to go into that pocket, which is really simple. Cut that off. And then we can journal on this side, and we can also journal on that side. So I want those two to stick in the pocket. I will sew those in a second. But what I thought I might do is something on this page here. Now I've got two. So I might make like a little pocket and attach it to this pocket there. Like that. Make a little notch. Shall we make a little notch out of there quickly, just so that we know it's a pocket? Pop this on, a little bit of ink on there. So this is just a nice quick one today. Just add another sort of page in here so we can get this journal full up. We've got a long way to go, but it's nice just to have a play, isn't it? So let's just ink around here like that. Just going to make like a little pocket for this one. I think I will just stick that to there. If I stick that side onto this piece, so what I'll do is I'll pop that in, and then this piece I will just line up and just stick around the outside, so we've got this actual pocket. So hopefully if I stick that, I might actually pop a little bit of tape along there as well, just so when we push something in it doesn't get stuck, if you know what I mean. And then this can just flip like that. That's pretty simple, isn't it? So let's just do that. Let me use a little bit. What should we use? What glue? Gosh, I can't find my glue. I'm going to use my tacky glue, I think. So let's just pop a little bit of tacky glue down there. Pop that down, stick that on. I'm going to pop just a bit of tape down there. Just, I think I'll just stick this whole piece on. I think that's a little bit too long, isn't it? That's it. Let's just stick that on there like that. You won't see this bit, but then that's quite a nice little extra piece on a page like that anyway, isn't it? If you didn't want to make a pocket. I'm going to stick that onto there, and then we have a little pocket. And then I might actually add a little bit of this or something down that side bit there. That would look nice, won't it? So let's stick this on like this. A little bit of glue down here. There we go. Put that on like that. Perfect. Stick that down. Oh, I like that. That looks nice, doesn't it? You could always pop a little staple in here, which would look quite nice, wouldn't it? So I'm going to pop the lid on that lid on that one. What should we have going down the side? Should we have this one because it's got the, which way around should we have it? Should we sort of have it that way? Quite like this paper. And this will go with, I'm going to leave that one like that, but I think I will put that down the side. I'm going to stick it on with some 3-in-1. Let's just pop a nice big blob of it on there. Stick that down like that. Oops. Oh, I stuck it to the page. Oh, look at that. How messy. Let's turn it this way. I will just cut that little piece off like that. Look at that, perfect. Actually, I might add, shall I add a little staple in there? Maybe not, we'll see how it sticks. If that sticks down okay. And then we have our little pocket. Now, like that. Perfect. Perfect, perfect. Is that going to stick? We shall see. Now, I do like this. What can we put on there? Not sure yet. Right, I'm going to quickly, what did I do with them? There they are. I'm going to quickly just sew around the outside of these for a second. Or shall I make another one to put on here? Shall I do that and make that into a pocket? I don't think I want it that long, do I? So let me just, I'm going to cut this down, but I need something to give me a straight edge. There we go. And then we'll just have a little pocket there. I'm going to take a little notch out. So again, this is just another one of making it all up as we go along. A little bit of ink around the edge. Like this. That can sit on there. Shall we have another little bit here? Actually, what I might do is sew that so we've got tiny little bit of a little tuck spot there. Oh, that ink there. That's what I'll do. What should we put on? Let's pop a little bit of this on, just on the edges here. and along. I'm going to sew this anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Should we have this one? Which one should we have? I might actually have this one, because it sort of blend in a little bit better, because we've got this one, haven't we? That's it. Cut this bit off there. And then we have that little tuck spot there, so we can stick that on there. That looks nice. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew around the 3 of these. So I will be 2 seconds. Okay, so these have come out lovely. I like these. So I'm going to pop these in here. So we've got 3 of them in there. Actually, I quite like that one. I do like this spotty with a little bit of sparkle on it. And I'm going to just stick this one onto there, so we can add something into that pocket at some point. So let's just, I'm going to stick it down with a bit of 3-in-1 on here. There we go. Stick that onto there. Perfect. Now I do love this journal because it's ending up with lots of recycled bits and pieces in it, isn't it? So loving it. I like this bit. I do like that one as well. Lovely. Okay, so that's a nice pocket. I think one of these will probably fit in there as well, wouldn't it? When the glue is dry, or maybe I'll pop that one in there. I think we should pop that one in there, because that would go really well, wouldn't it? I want to unstick that. Lovely. Yes, I'm going to put that in there. And make sure we don't get it stuck in there. That's it. Let's lift it up a little bit. What shall we pop on here? What do you think? Anything? What can we do? Should we just have like a little... not sure. I think I might actually leave that, so you could actually just journal on that bit as well, because I'm quite liking it as it is. And I like these on here. These are the top of the pockets. That would look nice, wouldn't it? Yes, I think I will stick that on to there. Let me cut this off first. Let's just cut it there. A little bit of glue. You can see all the stitching on there that I did. Let's just stick a little bit of glue on there. Make sure that's stuck down. Stay in my fingers. Not quite big enough, is it? Then again, I don't mind. I did have another little piece. This piece here. Quite like that. Actually, oh, here, Jessie coughing. What do you think? Should I just pop that on there? Actually, I think I might just pop that like that on this side. I wonder if I've got a little bit of fabric here actually. Let's take a little section of this. That along there as well, I think. Let's pop a little bit of 3-in-1 just on this bit. I don't know if I can sort of scrunch it up a little bit. There we go, and then sit that there. That's better. That looks better, doesn't it? Love it. That looks lovely. Now, where's my little bit? I wonder if I could make a little bow. Let's just take a little thin strip of this. This is just coffee stained cotton fabric that I had. Well, I didn't get round to doing any more coffee or tea stained paper in the garden, but I don't mind. I think I probably have enough. Okay. I reckon this needs to, I think maybe it might need to hang down because that's quite nice, isn't it? Should we hang that off there? I think I might. And I will make a smaller one. Oh god, that's a bit messy. To go on the other side. I think that was too big, but I like the little dingly dangly bit. That works well, doesn't it? I think I'll make a smaller one. That one was a little bit too long. Let's just take the little bits off. Let's make a little bow. There we are. Lovely. And then the fabric sort of matches in on all sort of like 3 pages then, doesn't it? Oh my gosh. That can just go on there. A little bit of glue. On there. Put that on there. Lovely. Gosh, love it. Very, very simple. And it is really effective, isn't it? I've got these little dingly dangly bits. But I'm quite liking this little pop of sort of like glittery shiny bits on there. Looks really nice. Make sure our little journal card hasn't stuck through, but that looks nice. This got a big pocket in there, but I don't mind if I here we go, here's another one. Do if I could just, so that goes quite deep because obviously it goes right to the bottom. What I might do actually is attach 2 together so it sticks out the top and make that into another pocket. I like pockets, you know I like pockets. What did I do with my, there it is, right in front of me. Let's just make a little notch in there. Let's ink this bit up like that. I think it's fun sort of making things up as you go along. Sometimes I really don't have any idea of what I'm doing. So let's just ink. You don't need to ink the whole thing because I'm going to sew that onto there. So if that's the bottom of the pocket, it's going to come up to about there. So it needs to go like that. So I'm just going to sew all the way around the outside, and then you've got all of this to journal on as well, and that can just slide in, and then we've got a little bit of space in there. I like that. Now I might actually just round the edges of that. That makes a big difference, doesn't it? So it sort of like finishes off that. Should I do the bottom as well? I might actually. Let's just round that off. Sew that on. So I will stick this piece down and sew it around the rest, but what I want to do, I want to sew this little bit here first. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to sew around that bit, I'm going to stick that on, and then I'm going to sew around the whole thing. So I will be 2 seconds. Okay, there we go. I had to go around it twice. Look at my dreadful sewing, that's awful, but it's okay, it will do. But I am loving that. So that's like a great big journal card, and we have a pocket in there. So if I had one of these, something like that, something a little bit smaller, we just need like a, actually I will cut this down. Shall I cut this down? Let's take that, put that along there, and then let's just cut. So that's level. Perfect. I'm going to cut a little bit more off here because it's too long. Use that as my guide. Round the edges so it all sort of matches in. I won't sew this one for now. Just going to ink around the edges because I can always come back and add something, unless I'm going to look at that. Lots of pockets and pouches and all sorts of things. Look at the mess I've got. Lovely. Shall we add? We have to add something onto here, don't we? We're going to have to add a little bit of this. I quite like that little bit there because I like that stitching on there. Let's add a little bit on there. Let's take that one like that. Cut that off. Let's just round the edge a little bit. Oh, look at that. I like that. Aren't these nice? I like these little bits of scruffiness on there. That fits in there. Look at these little bits everywhere. Perfect. Good job it's scruffy because look at my sewing. It's dreadful. Lovely. And then I don't really want to fill every little pocket up because we need to glue that down. Because we need obviously something to put in them, don't we, at some point? Because we're going to write little bits and pieces in here. Let me just stick a little bit of this down. That's better, like that. So nice simple one, using up some scraps as I like to do, and adding them in there. Love it. So again, you can go back in there and you can add some sort of like words on there. Maybe I'll do that. Let me just get these ones that I've got to hand here. Look, these would go. There we go. Should we just add some little sayings on here? I like these. Maybe we'll pop one on there. There we go. Let's just ink around here. I think little words add just like the little finishing touch, don't they? I think I'm going to add a little bit of this fabric underneath it. Should we add a little bit of this behind? Should I just stick it down? Let's just pop with a little bit of this on. Nice little scruffy, grungy crafting bit today, isn't it? There we go. Love that. Kindness is a gift everyone can afford to give, which is so true. Now I've got these numbers. Maybe I'll add a little bit of this to here because that would look quite nice, wouldn't it? I'm going to go down to number 9 because obviously you don't have to add individual ones, but I think I'm just going to do a little bit of this down the side. That looks nice, I think. There we go. Love it. Absolutely love it. What shall we have? Do we have another word that we could use? Lots of things on here, haven't we? Right. Patience. That's what we need. A little bit of patience. Let's just cut this little bit off. Crafty. We could have crafty, couldn't we? Actually, shall we put that on here? Shall we pop it on our little tag? Shall we just stick that on there? Now I need a little bit of something. Let me get a little bit of just need a little bit of book paper, I think, underneath that. I don't want fabric because it's going in and out of that. Just gonna in and out of the pocket, so let's just take a little bit of this. I'm going to stick this down with some glue stick. And then this. I think I've left the lid off this. Let's just see if we can get some glue onto here. Yes. There we go. Patience. Lovely. And that can just pop in there like that. Okay guys, I'm going to leave it like that because loving that. Nice little play, which I love. And we've just added a couple more sort of like pages. Or we've embellished a few pages anyway, so we've got a nice little pocket in there, nice little pocket there, we've got that on there, we've got these which are just so simple to do, and if you saw the video on these, they are just easy peasy, little bits of scrap which I think work really well, so loving it. So there we go guys, another little crafty project, isn't it really? Which is lovely. So there we go guys, thank you so much for joining me. Have a fabulous rest of the day. Take care, stay safe, and I will see you soon. Alright guys, bye bye.